Hello, this is Dalen75 Games, and welcome back to my Let's Play of the Bureau XCOM Declassified. We are about to invade the alien homeworld. At least I think it's the homeworld, if not one of their capital spaceships. Here we go, continuing on. There is quite a big fight inside. I played through it and lost the first time. This is on the harder difficulty level. I think it's, what is it called? Veteran. Options. Difficulty Veteran. So there's a Commander, Rookie, Squaddy, where we were playing on for all the way up to until a video or two ago. Veteran. Let's keep it at Veteran. I think I learned how to play this fight. How to do this fight properly. Just have to keep moving. Let's go for it.
We're sitting ducks, Carter. Hurry up and activate that control panel. Excellent. There should be one more.
Shit. Can't talk right now, Doc.
We're on a transport. Flying Mouton.
I can. You never need to suffer.
Lay down a mine.
This again.
Get down! Finish it off.
A gunship as well.
Diversion, now!
Take an aim!
Up and away!
Copy, on my way! This'll distract them.
I don't have the range.
Bombardment, now!
Fire mission confirmed!
We should have one of these guys.
He's under our control!
Mind control and a drone.
Deploying helper drone! Shields are down! Hit it now! Put a mine there!
Mine deployed!
We need extra firepower!
Gun deployed!
Not understand what you are. Those around you are blind. I will show
Attack!
Fire on your target!
Attack!
In my armor!
Throwing a blob! Lost control of the target!
Come on, where are you?
Heading to sniper spot!
Come on, let's move, guys. He's fine here, but I want him. He's coming up. Coming up on us.
Take cover there!
On my way!
I'm ready!
the shadows. Free the prisoner and
Hit it
join
hard!
us.
Taking the shot! All targets down!
Okay, where's that
Watch it!
gunship?
Muton!
Muton's back. I don't see him.
Moving to the high ground. These ones have armor.
Aye! Worst spot possible. Come on, man. I'm going to lift him.
Lifting! Put up a turret! Turret in place! Mind that area!
And Move the hell out of the way.
Get behind that! Finish it off! Hit the area hard!
Take an aim.
I need you to move,
Ordnance inbound.
Sever your ties with treasure vessel. Unite with the power of Mosaic.
What else? Hit him hard.
Look out our turret! Engaging mind control!
crap.
Diversion, there!
Diversion out.
Healing engaged!
Go, man, move, move.
Why remain bonded to Earth when Mosaic offers you power unbounded?
They call it
Launching a drone!
Mosaic.
That's your target! Attack! Area secure.
Okay, we're doing a lot better than the first one.
Damn things are armored!
Okay, now we need to move. This is where he caught me last time.
Put a mine there!
Distract him and move.
Set up a gun! Blob deployed!
Diversion. Okay, can you allow me to do a diversion,
Mine
please?
deployed.
Diversion, now!
Missile distractor deployed.
Get the hell out of here.
You are young. You act from ignorance. Let me
Taking the high ground.
Hit it hard!
And then move.
Taking the
Need a
shot.
shield picture.
Get behind that!
Copy. On my way. Moving. Ready.
Oh, need to mind control one of those.
He's under our control!
Let's heal.
Walk it off! Deploying helper drone!
These are reinforcements.
Put a mine
Lay
here.
down a mine!
Mine deployed.
Ah, crap.
Get me artillery!
Fire mission confirmed. These are armor. Making a push.
He broke mind control! Focus on that target! On your target! Take it down!
They would come out of there. Get ammo.
That's a kill! These drones are pretty damn helpful!
Need to take that Newton out.
Things are armored!
Shoot. It's not gonna do anything. Just make it hard
Mind
for me
that
to-
area! Turret, there! Hit it hard!
Mine deployed.
Set up a diversion! Take an aim!
Hurry, got our turret.
Diversion out! Here they come!
Come on, guys. Start aiming at it.
Attack! Target confirmed! That's your target!
Copy, targeted! Here he comes!
At him!
Fire!
We're all dead.
Got it.
Moving. They're pushing! What do we do? They've got armor!
I don't see anybody.
Come to me. I can show you the truth of your existence.
Doc, you got a way to shut that voice up?
Voice? We aren't hearing anything. Perhaps it's Mosaic attempting to communicate with you somehow.
How would it be able to do that? And why me?
Interesting. But that question can wait until later.
Only William Carter hears it. That's what I want. Okay. Not so hard this time around when you move. Get out of the way of that charging Guton. Backpack schematic. Equipment acquired. Kinetic acceleration pack increases weapon damage against enemies without shields. Not too handy. Where are we going here?
Origin.
There he is.
Prisoner,
What does that mean? What do you want with me?
it is not you that we require. It is the demon that controls you.
Demon that controls him.
Start making
Oh,
sense.
the very first episode with it.
The demon has been hunting on your world for ages, waiting, planning for the day it would reveal itself.
The case.
Suitcase.
At
Get it?
Groom Range. What was in the case?
With our arrival, it has awakened and chosen its prisoner. You. Reveal yourself, demon.
No!
Reveal yourself and be ours.
The hell? Crazy.
No! What are you?
I once was as you are, the prisoner of a demon. I rejected the beast and forced it to serve me, to serve my people, as I led them to a new world.
No, pal. You led them to my world.
Carter, what's your status?
Demon. I don't understand.
Carter, the vent brace, did it work? Have you captured Origin?
Origin's not important anymore.
Not important? What are you talking about, Carter?
Let him burn. He's not what we thought. Something else is powering Mosaic. I'm grabbing that.
Capture the creature powering Mosaic.
Carter, run!
My arm! It feels like it's gonna tear itself off!
Where's my team?
The prisoner. Capture the prisoner.
Barnes, now!
Roger. Got a lock on your location.
The Delirium bomb would be extremely powerful. What's that? What was that escaped at the end there? Mission results. Crack in the world. Total time 4 hours. Operation, I don't know, maybe I left it. I might have left it going for a few hours. Operation Crack in the World was carried out by the field team with uncommon valor. Information discovered on site changed the parameters of the mission, resulting in the capture of an unknown entity instead of enemy High Commander Origin, the declared target. The unknown entity was discovered to be the power source for the Mosaic communication network and has been returned to the lab for study. The detonation of the prototype ordnance resulted in the apparent destruction of the facility, and as such, Origin is presumed dead. I'm sorry I didn't get to hear what Origin was trying to say to me. I pressed E to get that entity, just thinking that it would take there'd be a little game to try to get it, and I just picked it up immediately. Just kind of was sad. Poor design, if you ask me. So I don't know, maybe that is the very end. We'll see. That's kind of anticlimactic, if you ask me.
Origin is dead. To say this victory comes at the expense of massive sacrifice would be an understatement.
The strain is too much for him.
Hold on, Will. We're almost there.
But to say the war has been won would be a lie. The dimensional gates have been closed. All of them. Our enemy is confused, destabilized. But he is still among us. You all know what to do. Press the advantage. Defeat the remaining enemy forces. Reclaim our Earth. This is our moment, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not waste it.
Sure what we have captured there.
Good to see you awake, Carter. We were beginning to worry.
I'm not finished yet, Doc.
Good. Director Falk's been after me about your status. He needs you in the field. This war's not over yet.
Okay. Let's see, what was I going to say? Press F5. The improvements to the Avengers fuel system should provide an additional 3% power output as well as a 5% fuel efficiency. The savings on Illyrium have freed up a substantial amount of material for other research. So this was the dispatch mission that I sent off a couple videos ago. Quick charge pack reduces recharge time for all abilities. So I am hoping that this is not just going to leave it open-ended. It might. I was hoping for a final cutscene. Live or die. Because they may have planned to add further DLC down the line. But I just read before logging into the game that there's been massive cuts at 2K, and they may have even eliminated the company that was doing this. Was it 2K Marin? Sad fate, but they could have made this game better. They could have. Let's see what this alien has to say.
You live, and Origin is dead.
Then my kind are free, and yet still doomed.
Now that they aren't being controlled by Origin, maybe you can get them to surrender. If that happens, we can help them.
You would allow us to coexist on your world?
I can't promise anything. People won't forgive or forget anytime soon, but surrendering would be a good first step.
Without a promise of a new home, we cannot risk surrender. We are at an impasse.
That's a damn shame.
But if there is anything I can do to reach an agreement, I will try.
Origin is dead. Mosaic is shut down and the gates to your world are closed. Why haven't your people surrendered yet?
No, Mosaic is not destroyed. You may have destroyed its source, crippled it, but the echoes remain. Even disconnected, I can feel them.
Crippled or not, your people have no leadership or reinforcements. What can we do to get them to surrender?
Hundreds of your years spent chasing a single desperate goal cannot be erased instantly. Mosaic leaves its scars on the mind, and we will not stop fighting until we have a new world to call home.
If they won't stop fighting, neither will we.
Then there is no solution.
How will destroying the Mosaic network affect our people who have been infected? The Sleepwalkers?
Mosaic will no longer command them. You can take comfort in that. But I cannot offer you a cure.
Well, that's unfortunate. If you had a cure, it might be easier for my people to accept a surrender.
And I would make such an offer. But we never concerned ourselves with creating a cure. Why would we?
You've been cooperative, for the most part. So what do we do with you?
I have never decided my own fate. It was always determined by others. Origin, Axis, a legion of commanders.
Would you be willing to help us see a peaceful end to the war?
If a home can be found for my people, then I will do what I can.
You're a good man. Wait, what's your actual name?
My kind do not have names. We are referred to merely by position. I am a Thrasofair, or Hidden Watcher in your language.
Help us end the war peacefully, and you'll all be free to choose your own names. You sit tight. We might need your help if the war doesn't end soon.
I fear it will not.
Kinda sad we can't go. What's this? I have a captured muton in there. Yeah, that's an exact copy of the XCOM EU. What? You guys have nothing to say? Some people have asked, well, why wouldn't we have all this information from this first invasion we fought off for the second one that you play in XCOM EU that takes place in 2015? Well, I think because you seem to be dealing with some kind of secretive shadow council in XCOM Enemy Unknown, and it always seems like they know what's going on. They just let you put a team together, probably of the brightest minds and most capable forces on the planet. Though some people would argue that because your teammates panic during fights sometimes. It's almost like they knew a lot of this stuff already and they're letting you go. I don't know why. I mean, is that better in XCOM Enemy Unknown? It doesn't really make much sense. If they already knew half the stuff, half of the creatures we're facing already, why wouldn't they just give us all that information? I don't know. But I always felt like they knew more than they were letting on. The guys who say, we will be watching. So who knows, maybe that's just the way they play.
Heard you brought us a new visitor, Carter.
Now I'm hoping that the game ends soon. Not that I really dislike playing it, I'm just hoping it will have a real ending instead of just being left open. Like at the end of Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 3, you know the game's over. Mass Effect 2, obviously.
Announcement. While we are all overjoyed at the recent turn of events, Director Falk reminds you to stay alert and focused.
My point is, with Mass Effect 2, I think pretty much everyone who played it knew this was going to be Mass Effect 3. But had they just left it at Mass Effect 2, where it's open-ended and you wander around your ship at the end, that's not how I want this game to end. I want it to have a real good finale. So Falk wants to see us. Let's go meet him.
Guess we won't be stuck down here for much longer, huh?
Stuck? Ever since Falk lifted the lockdown, we could go topside when we needed to.
Yeah, but that's not the same as actually going home, you know?
Not much longer now, huh?
Guess not. Hope not.
Gonna miss this place?
Not a damn inch of it. Me neither.
Dutiful as always, Chelsky.
You heard the director. There'll be time to relax when the war is over.
That doesn't mean you need to keep running yourself ragged. You need to relax every once in a while.
Says the man who won't take a day off to rest after killing Origin.
Yeah, but I'm a hero.
I think we've all earned that title by now, Agent Carter.
Kind of bugging me. She's not looking at me directly in my eyes. She's kind of looking at my chin or something.
How's the campaign of misinformation going these days?
Sufficiently well.
What's that mean?
Well, so far I've had to cover up the destruction of a university, a town, and the biggest tourist trap in Colorado, to say nothing of all the captured sleepwalkers I've had to falsify records for. So the fact that you haven't yet seen any of that on national TV is good enough for me.
Don't be so hard on yourself. You wouldn't be here if you weren't the best of the best.
Thank you, sir.
Now that they've lost Mosaic, how are the outsiders responding?
Mixed results, as you'd expect. Some have gone berserk, some have gone catatonic.
Have any surrendered?
There have been a few across the country. To be on the safe side, we're shipping them all off to Alcatraz.
Everyone else thinks the war's all but over. What do you think?
I think I'll stay until we're certain of it.
I'll let you get back to your duties then.
Until the director says it's all over, I'll be here.
Reminder.
We're driving them back.
Agents are reminded that they may accept unconditional surrender from any outsiders, but are to follow their own initiative if there is reason to doubt the outsiders' intentions.
How long since they went into the gate?
At least 45. Wait, I'm getting a transmission.
They're alive? What are they saying?
It's... Yes! Mission successful. All accounted for and returning.
They did it! They really did it!
Hangar crew, prepare for returning Avenger. Medical staff too. They have non-critical wounded. And some sort of captive, it sounds like. Well, to your stations, everyone.
Yeah! I can't believe they did it!
Never doubted them. But if you ever tell Carter, I'll deny it to the death.
Secret safe with me. So, got any plans for after the war?
Still too soon to plan anything like that.
Maybe, but I know you, Chelsky. You're the one who always has a plan.
Well, Nah, it's too crazy.
Hey, we just survived an alien attack. It's a crazy time.
It's just... I heard my old town is rebuilding, and they're gonna need a new mayor to coordinate things.
You're gonna run for mayor?
You don't have to laugh.
No, I think you'd be great at it, Chelsky. You, want any help?
Maybe. Let's end this war first.
I think you just wanted to get in her pants. Oh, this guy has nothing to say. Let's just talk to Falk.
What's your status, Carter? You fit for duty?
A little groggy, but I feel fine. Get me back out there and let's finish this.
Good. Bring up the map. There's plenty to be done.
Department ready. What the heck am I doing?
You had us worried back there, Carter. What happened to you?
The physical pain was intense, but the worst part was I couldn't think straight. Couldn't remember my own name or what the hell I was doing. I still only remember pieces of what happened.
Well, it's good to see you on your feet again. I assume you're fit for duty?
Yes, sir. And eager to get back out there.
Especially now that we've got a real fighting chance.
So we killed their leader, shut down their network, and closed their gates. What are we seeing in the field?
Cleanup forces report a marked difference in enemy behaviors out in the field. Some are fleeing, some are going berserk, but most are just confused.
Is it enough?
One of our teams just went back to Rosemont, Georgia, and completely routed the enemy. That marks the first time we've successfully driven the outsiders from an entrenched location. And it won't be the last.
Yeah, but town by town, this war could take months.
Maybe even years. But the end is in sight.
I hope the scientists got something useful from our little trip to the outsider homeworld. I don't expect us to be going back anytime soon.
You mean other than the ethereal creature you captured? Dr. Weir has been analyzing how Mosaic functions. A shame it was destroyed. It would have been a useful tool.
No thanks, Falk. I like to do my own thinking.
Regulated by the right individuals, Mosaic could have been a boon to humanity. Imagine all peoples of the world connected.
I'm sure Stalin would have agreed with you.
Any leader would. Mosaic is a tool. What matters is how you use it.
I don't know, man. Turn the entire human populace into a Borg type. I don't think so.
Enough talk. Let's send these bastards packing.
That's what I like to hear.
I'd rather keep our individuality. Thank you. There's only one other person, Angela Weaver.
The outsiders are cut off and confused.
Enemy lookalikes cannot be detected without screening. As always, remain vigilant at all times.
Finishing him off should be a snap.
Well, glad to see you back on your feet.
Yeah, well, I feel like I stuck my finger in a wall socket.
Just be glad you survived. It's more than we can say for some.
Like De Silva, and Nils,
And my brother. And so many others.
But it's over. We can make it. And that's only because of the sacrifices of everyone we've lost.
I know. But that won't bring them back.
I'm still trying to figure out what happened at the end.
The whole complex was centered on that thing. Weir says they called it an ethereal. When you captured it, their systems started losing power.
And now it's in the lab, where the eggheads can poke at it all day.
Whatever it is, it was connected to their Mosaic network, just like Origin was.
When we were there, Origin said I was carrying a demon.
When you first came here, Falk said you were the best agent he'd ever seen. But you had your demons. Maybe Origin knew you better than you thought.
Can't exactly go back and ask for clarification, can we? Not after setting off that bomb.
Well worth the price, if you ask me.
How long was I out? Are we seeing any results from the field yet?
It's only been a day and a half, but the early results look good.
I should damn well hope so.
Troops are in disarray and retreating from some engagements. We haven't even seen a UFO report in a few hours.
That's a good start.
Most importantly, the gates are all closed. The enemy's cut off in our world, and we outnumber them.
Oh, what do you know? We might just pull through after all. Assuming we can finish off the stragglers, what do you see happening afterwards?
For us? Paperwork. Do you have any idea how many sleepwalkers we're going to have to account for? Hundreds. Thousands, possibly.
Disappearances and false obituaries are simple. We did them all the time at the CIA. The hard part will be figuring out what to do with the outsiders who surrender.
Do you think they'll want anything to do with us after we've practically made them extinct?
We can expect some of them to defect. They were invading because their homeworld was dying. They won't want to go back.
We couldn't send them back anyway. The gates are all closed.
And Dr. Dresner might have some interesting ideas.
I get the feeling that the war may have been the easy part.
We're in the home stretch, Angie. Won't be long now.
Sure hope so. But even after that, nothing's going to be the same.
Okay, let's finally get to the missions and see what we can do.
The outsiders were being controlled by Mosaic.
Warning. Enemy meteorites are considered to be highly radioactive. Field agents encountering alien seeds are to exercise extreme caution. Decontamination upon return is critical and mandatory.
It looks like there's a few things to do up there. Mission selection. This is minor op in North Dakota. 2 dispatch missions, and what's this? A major op? The last war. Okay, so there's still more to this game. Surprise. Let's send off the dispatch. Claiming what's ours. Rewards corrosive plasma pack. Plasma weapons do significantly more damage to mechanical enemies. Seattle, Washington. Before the attack, an Air Force research facility in this area was secretly experimenting with using lasers to intercept missiles. Send a team to recover whatever equipment and research they have done. This could help us develop weapons to fight the outsiders. Select agent. Let's get this guy. He's an engineer. And we need one more. So this guy. Launch mission. And let's get this one going. Space Junk rewards health converter pack, reduces the wearer's health, but ability recharge times are much faster. Upland, California. A laboratory in Southern California has been working on space-faring satellites. Director Falk wants all of their equipment and prototypes for XCOM. Send agents to investigate whatever has survived the outsider attacks and bring back anything or anyone of use. Launch mission. Let's see, we've got 3 news from the front. Long winter, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Enemy activity in America's farmland has led to significant crop shortages and combined with disruption of interstate and international trade for transport. The nation faces a shortage of food and fuel for whatever threatens to be the coldest winter on record, particularly in remote cities like Sioux Falls. In the final phases of the war, if the final phases of the war are not completed soon, and vital trade restored, America may face a new threat to its continuation as a global superpower. So we're talking about starvation, shortages of food and fuel. Let's see what's in Towers Fall, Pima, New Mexico. Since first discovering the outsider construction in Pima, we have maintained a long-range monitoring station of the tower, and today it has given us our first signs of victory. The transport tower is beginning to show signs of decay and immediate collapse. Whether a result of the disruption of the enemy's Mosaic network or lingering structural damage from our agents on the ground, this points to potential reclamation of these areas. America rebuilds Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. With the first signs of success, our operatives can begin to return civilian lives back to normal. While communication remains partially jammed, major cities are no longer engaging in nuclear preparation drills to shield the public from outsider activity. With industrial centers like Pittsburgh returning to almost normal operation, we can begin to consider rebuilding the towns and villages lost to the communist sneak attack. Ah, the Reds did it, eh? So before doing major ops, I like to do minor ops. And let's launch this so I can save it right as it's going, because otherwise the game doesn't save. And all the things I've said to people and dispatching the missions won't have worked. This one's called Operation Angel, Fargo, North Dakota. Secure sleepwalkers. The outsiders are rounding up human sleepwalkers in a hidden facility for transport back to their homeworld. Infiltrate the facility and rescue the sleepwalkers. Rounding them up for transport, okay. There's no transport anymore. Alright guys, thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe. We'll start right where this minor op begins in the next video.
Tell me who's been tending your garden. I wanna know. Don't lie to me. I wanna know. Tell me who's been tending your garden. I wanna know. Don't lie to me. I wanna know. Telling your daddy's come home.